It's game number 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals here on EA Sports. From Scotiabank Arena in downtown Toronto, tonight the Toronto Raptors taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Hi, everyone.
And the important thing to remember here is that this is not a 7-game series. We're only going 5. So you've got to bring it each and every night and play like your season depends on it.
Marc Gasol able to recover with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Kyrie Irving missed his first. That one goes. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Irving brings the ball up court. To Durant. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Kyrie. Not that time.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Irving into the front court. Looking to make something happen. His first effort off the mark. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
To Dinwiddie. To Durant. That's a 24-second violation. Robinson, huge block. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Durant with the basketball up top, trailing by 4. Irving to Durant. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. They love this hustle. To Durant. Marc Gasol snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
To Irving. Beyond the arc for 3. Off the mark. No good. Lowry with it. 8-2 our score. Yes! And a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw good as he completes the 3-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Kyrie Irving. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion. And it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance. And in their mind, they do. But in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Whoa! What a finish! Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
And scores. Strong take.
He was so wide open. Pretty much looked like a deer staring into the headlights. Last resort, but still, points on the board.
And the finish at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Dinwiddie into the front court, trailing by 11. To Irving. Trying to cash in. Irving, no good. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Lets it fly from long range. Marc Gasol, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
To Dinwiddie. The rebound's corralled by the Raptors. Toronto has the basketball. Rocking the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Short jumper won't go down. Dario Saric with the block. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Shot from in close, no good. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Counting down toward a minute to play in a very one-sided first quarter thus far. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space, there's no telling what kind of breakdance move they might hit you with.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Dinwiddie matched up with Livingston. Pascal Siakam sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening. Ball's controlled by the Raptors.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Dinwiddie into the front court, trailing by 10. That pass taken away by Toronto.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Lowry. Easy path to the rim.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. Down 12. LeVert, guarded by Livingston. Has a chance. LeVert with a shot, no good.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is
Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
what a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Dinwiddie. From the painted area, won't go down. Another follow, no good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Stuffs it down with authority.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Dinwiddie. Five on the shot clock. That's no good.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Dinwiddie into the front court. Down a bundle. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
And scores.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Nets have it. Marc Gasol sends it away. Fourth this contest.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Dinwiddie, guarded by Livingston. From long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. Slam dunk.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Brooklyn with the basketball. Here comes the screen. To Dinwiddie. And the finish. Slam dunk. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Pascal Siakam. Count the basket at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. To Dinwiddie. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Can't connect. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Dinwiddie into the front court. He'll run the offense. Turns and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
TJ Leaf. Tips it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there. A shot at the buzzer. We've reached halftime here in Game 2. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raptors entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. They certainly staked the flag in the paint. They were dominant around the rim on the offensive end. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
To Gasol. Short jumper misses. Nets have the basketball. Irving to Durant. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Irving. Add 2 points to the board.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Pascal Siakam. Count the basket inside.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Kyrie Irving lines it up for 2, gets a look, can't hit. Lowry into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Leaving no doubt, slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Brooklyn's got it. Kyrie Irving, not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Kyrie across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Durant. Rebounds taken down by the Raptors. Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Kyrie lets it go. Wide open look won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Dinwiddie. Probing the defense. To Durant. Oh, he had him there for a second. Kevin Durant lets it go. Shot won't go.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as their coaching is over here in this third quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Kyrie Irving for 2. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Stuffs it down with authority.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Irving. Has a look. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Kyrie, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Cruises inside for 2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. 4-3. Off the mark. Surveys the floor. Irving. Right time.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Durant. Gasol pins it. Ooh, 5 now.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball. especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
To Durant. Not that time.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the net.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Same old tricks, same bag. Ain't nothing new there.
To Durant. Doesn't get the bounce.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short on the shot.
Layup goes down. Well done.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. To Gasol. And throws it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
With handles like that, you get into the hoop at will.
Here's Irving into the front court. Down a bundle. Screen coming. Kyrie. And a putback slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters. But when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
He wants it at the rim and scores.
I can tell you what conversation he just had in his own head. I had him. I mean, I thought I had him.
Deep three at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. It's been all Raptors. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
Curling inside, Kevin Durant, 4 out of 10.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Pascal Siakam gets to the basket and scores.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Shot off the mark. Good defense. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense to Durant. looks good there.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
To Gasol. Big slam. Oh, he looked like he was on a mission. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right. Dinwiddie, guarded by Livingston. Has a chance. Dinwiddie's shot, no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter...
Stuffs it down with authority.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Deep right corner. Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Powell with the rebound. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
For three, where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
From the painted area, won't go down. Stuffs it down with authority.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. His guys down big. Oh, blocked away.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
To Gasol. Flushes it home.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Dinwiddie. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of them.
And count the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
has a look. Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
And finishes strong. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
And look out.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Cash is in for two. Stuffs it down with authority. That pass taken away by Toronto.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively. You try to deny the next.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors were simply amazing in this contest. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Toronto Raptors.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game. See y'all next time. Jalen